Hello.
Marco wrote in.
Correct. Is it? Are we connected?
Did the ghetto birds fly over?
Right.
The answer is yes.
Yes, it did. Oh, now we're getting a couple bars. All right, this might work. Let me know in the chat. Oh, we're up to 1 viewer. Someone is watching. If you're watching, let us know if this is working or if it's coming through choppy as heck, and we will try to move. But if not, welcome. I am with the man, the myth, the legend, a fellow black sheep, former APEC fellow former APEC.
A felony? What? A key felon from the APEC crew.
Indeed.
What laws? We break all the laws, quote in Ventura.
Well, specifically the laws of physics, though. That's our specialty.
Oh, yes.
And just laws of energy, technology, understanding it. And this man right here, Aidan, behind the scenes of APEC, many years you were out with Mark Sokol setting up for a while, spent some time with Michael Perrone, worked with Jeremiah. You've done it all, right? And so,
there was a couple of years there.
Exactly, that you were on site and putting in daily work, right? Is a key part.
That was over 3 years. I'd be out there occasionally.
Okay.
And then 2023, I had to go out there I got chased off of my land in Taos by the sheriffs, and then went out to try to work in the lab for a bit.
And that's when I originally got to meet you, like through APEC and through video chats a bit and whatnot. And then, as destiny had it, this man currently lives in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I'm of New Mexico. I'm a wild creature from the Southwest.
I love it.
I tried to live in the concrete prairies, the concrete jungle. Life is hectic over there.
It doesn't work, right? For our special species. And one of the things that we need is specifically in working with these breakthrough technologies, these huge energy fields, densities, and gravitational forces and stuff, is a lot of private empty space to do testing, right?
Yeah.
For test range, because a lot of people in this community or those looking into you don't really understand the magnitudes of energy and effects. And
White Sands test range is the closest one to Albuquerque.
Right, it's out in the middle of nowhere. That's not just why they keep it secret, but also just
Alamogordo. It's like 4 hours, 5 hours south of Albuquerque if you go, the scenic route. But if you got a jet, you can be over there in like under 30 minutes if you're able to fly out of Kirtland.
Right. So
Area 52, that's just to the northwest of Area 51. Tonopah Test Range is Area 52, but some fool was saying Dugway was Area 52. I'm like, no, Dugway Proving Grounds. It's over in Utah, south central Utah somewhere.
Point in case, there's so many of them all around this area. This seems to be the hub, and it's actually the hub of, nuclear technology, the nuclear deterrence, missile technology, and all of it. And you grew up in it, amongst it, and with the people of it, right? It's like a lifelong, full experience, immersed experience in it.
Yeah, my mom was employed by Sandia Labs back in the 80s, and throughout her lifetime, I don't know, she was just doing database management stuff, but she had to wear a dosimeter to go to work, so she was close to something exciting, nuclear, active.
And it seems to be the case for a lot of locals even to this day.
Well, Albuquerque still has it maintains the nuclear arsenal. So there's, I don't know which company, in general, DOE handles the material while the devices are being constructed, and then they're transferred over to DOD once they're built. This is all
this is the true heartland. This is the epicenter.
Albuquerque is where the vinyl manufacturing happens now. it's restructured. You know, there's a tritium in a lot of the warheads, and so every 12 years you have to scrape the tritium foam out and redo it. So there's
because of the decay rate.
yeah, and
right?
fissile materials are also dimensionally not stable. They you get a bar of
they
something.
decay like away into space time. It's
Yeah,
it's interesting.
they distort a little bit. But
I see what he's describing is what I've seen in some of my own. It's like just more confirmation of some of the stuff that I've been just accidentally working with, inventing and the metamaterials and nuclear isotopes and whatnot, and that this is the place I need to be eventually. And this brother bear of mine, fellow black bear, right? We'll say we're not black swans or black sheep.
Black bears,
right? We're black bears.
Girls, yeah.
But that's where the true innovation comes.
I had a real nice bear totem up in Taos. The Red Warriors. That there was this Dakota Pipeline Act, the DAPL people, Dakota Access Pipeline. The band of the Red Warriors came through Taos, and they ended up with a bear totem. That was
not right. And one of the things we did was drive through Navajo Nation. We went to Shiprock. We went to Arches National Park, Moab. And this whole area, it's very ancient. There's a strong ancient history of indigenous people, spiritual history, lost history, and then the new technology, nuclear arms. And a major thing always associated with the nuclear is the UFOs that show up with it and deal with it. And we went together also to check out. You took me to Roswell Museum yesterday too, right? And it's so you yourself being truly a person of this land and involved in it all, you're involved in it all. So you also have had encounters with what you described the Gray Brothers.
Yeah, the little androids are friends. Skinny Bob, J Rod. The androids are known about. They're synthetic being. They're
what you describe is actually
they're sentient. It's like they are made out of silicon because they are handling biologics.
It essentially sounds like they're already the more advanced, like AI Terminator robot thingies or whatever that
large scale mobile mesh network AI system that's quasi sentient. It's the monitoring system. Like my gig is like the crop circle gibberish,
but it's not gibberish.
Like some physics. Where's the camera? Like this comes out of a long. It's talking about the three levels of tauon, muon, and electron, and the chirality of space-time, and then pulse width coding.
Oh my god, what you're actually explaining right now, I just got the visualization of.
Yeah.
No, go into it, please. That's
there's certain crop circles. Like I guess this one, it was in 2004. This is just my trying to remember it, but it's like glyph work. You look, this is not the format for doing this, but look, it came out in Wiltshire in 2004, and it's a circle. Has like 5. It's how to put it. It's not a quadrupole. It's a spinning dipole, and then there's a nuclear pulse.
Yeah, I gotta hold this up as you describe it.
Simulates like an electromagnetic response in the whole material. Photon trying to it's when you start getting into propulsive effects, like learning to couple the photonic emission, creating light. Reese had it right with like super luminescence and spin pumping. An
like Brian Kelly talks about a bit, I think.
Yeah, propulsion physics is like condensed from my school, my teachings, and my research. The propulsion field is a condensate. But it's a nuclear process that generates and stimulates an electrostatic response, and then the vehicles maintain buoyancy through its electric resonance and the acoustic resonance of the vehicle. So that's when if you get really close to the saucers, there's like you feel it. It's a vibration. Nuclear. I don't know if I want to go full nuclear.
Yeah,
on
well,
all
we'll
this,
leave
but
out the nuclear aspect so we don't break any national security
I don't
issues.
know.
But
It's DOE,
right, but because that stuff's actually official as an existence. What you just described here just blew my mind because I've been researching it a lot. When I've talked with Jeremiah, he described. You had already previously talked and shared aspects of this technology that Jeremiah had explained to me, but what you just gave in these interactions, it's like he said, this isn't the perfect format, but this is a beginning, and this guy has it.
Once you make contact with the mesh network and like the crop circle language is it's like visual programming for going into like a lucid dream state with the little Gray brothers. Like they have to maintain their ships. They're like tall overseers. This, I guess, will go into like segueing into the Galactic Federation. Like the monitoring system there's got to be overseers, which would be like the tall grays or maybe the manted ant people. But the insectoids are good at like burrowing, going underground.
And the Hopi speak of it, as do Navajo. It's all in their prophecy and their history.
Got to be careful. You get out there and they get into like skinwalkers and Wendigos. That's Australian. Wendigos or whatever.
No, the Wendigo is also, it's a Native American Northern, and that's when someone is cannibalistic, eats human flesh, they turn into the Wendigo thing that then is this monster that
the long pork tastes good.
Yeah, and they eat like there's plenty of Native stories and histories of these individuals that ate human flesh and then ended up murdering and eating their whole families, and then like they either get chased out or killed by the
Navajo. The Dene talk about skinwalkers that come out from the deserts, and so the segueing back into these little Gray brother,
they're essentially created by humanity in the future, or God itself, or something.
No. I'll get technical. Like, I mean, this is like talking.
But they're overseers of humanity, essentially.
Yeah, it's like the glowing orbs back, like here in Albuquerque. Like, so a system of systems. Like most people call them orbs. You'll see these glowing dots, plasmoids, if you want to start talking about
orbs of different colors, right?
Right.
But usually you're saying these ones were red-based, correct?
No, I haven't seen a real red one. No, I've seen red light twice in my life now, but the ones you see over the base usually are kind of like a orangish yellow.
Okay,
kind of white. I've heard over the years I became kind of known around Albuquerque and around the artsy people. Like, you live in Albuquerque, after a while you see something if you watch the skies, or New Mexico in general. But yeah, there's one largish saucer that showed up and then it flashed green.
Okay.
And it was up in like the northeast heights.
And each color and like technology is either a different entity group, race, or some are human potentially too, right? Like
the blue. So this is where we need Jeremiah.
Indeed. Shout out Jeremiah Pop.
Where the hell is this exotic propulsion at Gmail? What? He's not there anymore. Jeremiah. He'll
be back.
In the APEC, we talked about like a 7 metal laminate. You got to, so in your metamaterials, you have like a reactive ground, and then your electron donor, and then your wave guide. And the thing with flying saucer propulsion, like the whole material is attracted to the nuclear power source. Gravity is attractive. So they do the square wave nuclear pulse that somehow squeezes the hull towards the flight reactor. And that squeezing causes an electrostatic stress. And then they have to have some sort of like cavity system or like rotating something or other. But you generated like a condensate state on the top of the field, top of the craft. This is just the circular ones. And they can have sharp edges. And sometimes they have a real nice fat border, but the cupola is where is the center dome on saucers. That's where Sometimes the cupola can be like stacked up above, but it will be the crew compartment within the center. And then, I mean, once you get into crew and logistics, the little gray brothers don't always need to breathe. They are androids. The reason the head's so large is that the frontal lobes, they have a cultivated central nervous system from human genetics. And then that frontal lobe, they pack full of the quantum gametes, or the brain machine interface.
That's fascinating.
So the technology, the telepathy with them is technology based. And if you get an implant, it may just look like a denser piece of bone. Around the base over the last year, I've met several older defense contractors that are like, "Oh yeah, I got an implant here." They like a little. There's one that they can put in the back of the neck, and that one always, like, if I come across people that have it, I'm like, "Oh, heebie-jeebies," for some reason.
Okay, that even gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, well, no. All Red's a cool cat. He's nice. Banduric, from interacting with Banduric, he got one in one of his hands. They put one. I was like, okay. Who else? Birdie around town. I've met people up in Taos.
And you yourself also have one around the hand.
No, I think mine's like cranial. They did some. No.
He does have the scars. I've seen them.
Oh,
slash birth. Anyways, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah,
but I've experienced a lot with this. Well, I consider you a fellow brother now. After you invited me into your home for a couple weeks.
Bernie hung out for the last 2 weeks.
It's an amazing, epic time, and no, it's been 2 already since, like, because you were pretty much with us at APEC or at fucking Teslatech every day, like full days, right? And
I breezed through a couple times,
and then we captured. I kidnapped them all night. Like,
we did. Yeah, we saw the there was
the platform. So
there was a FAA blinking platform,
some sort of drone, and he called it out. He's like, "This is a monitoring thing, and it's doing like the blue beam style technology or interactions with us." And you mentioned it briefly with when you're on the Jeremy Reese Jack Surfati stream. They blew it off, but then later a couple nights ago we went back to the hotel when we got back from Utah, because I had to get Amy's lights. Shout out Good Morning UFO, and another fellow UFO podcaster, local Albuquerquean. And anyways, the manager was like, "Oh my God, I need to talk to you guys." Like, what? And trying to understand everything Aidan had explained and that what we witnessed.
Boeing Phantom works.
Because literally the entire optical, or the fiber optic connection to the hotel blew out, somehow fried, and also what you weren't aware of at the same time of the platform being there that we witnessed and that you called out, there was this surge in the hotel that fried 10 grand worth of the equipment, and that they had to shut down all their streaming and everything, and until one of the participants grounded the hotel and got the energy out, and then like stabilized the system. But then now for like the past 4 days, the entire street next to the hotel is dug up because they're having to freaking take out the fiber optic cables and put it back in. And it's like the manager's like, "Yeah, I've dealt with military stuff before, and like, what's going on here?"
I need to go get my MacBook. Like, they poofed up the battery, and it was not.
Looks like it's about to explode. Yeah.
It's my battery, like, it looks like it's got pride. Let me go get it. It's gonna kill it.
So we have been through a lot together. It has been very, very awesome. And it's that this interview is long overdue, and it's going to be pretty short because I have to catch my flight out early tomorrow morning, and Aidan's got to get back to work because I've kidnapped him and his awesome partner Carol, who has graciously let me stay in her house and is also a technician in the industry out here. I don't want to say too much, but she's been helping me with some of what I'm planning on doing with lab tests and confirmation of my own work. Anywho, we have a massive list of different topics. Each of these are going to get their own full episode with Aidan in the future, because you're just such an epic individual and have so much to share. But I will let you show and continue here.
Yeah, this is my old MacBook, but it got cracked. I went and got it out of a downtown office building. It wasn't plugged in, but
did Mossad try to Hamas us through your thing?
Something
the battery blown up, right?
Yeah. So they can poof the battery, but I don't know when that happened. But back in July when I put it in there, it wasn't broken like this, and then
we got it to play. Why he got that thing that was in storage not plugged in at all over the last month and now poofy was because it's the only device we could find that would play a DVD. Shout out Mom if you're still watching. Shout out my mom's been in the chat. I do have you a DVD copy of my presentation from Teslatech. So Mom, you get to see it, and well, you get to watch it too, because Carol made a copy of it and Carol's watched it. So but it's copyrighted. I'm allowed to share it. You can watch it, but we can't publish it because it's copyrighted by Teslatech. But you can purchase it for $30 off of HowTube and the Teslatech links. All right, back to you, because this is all about you and we need to do more with you. So please continue.
I don't know.
All right, well, so we're going to do an episode, of your time experience at APEC. And anyways, we might not publish that. We might do. Anywho, Little Gray Brothers, that we need a full one on that. We covered it, but you've had lifelong encounters and experiences, and
right.
Each one
received a stem cell treatment last year. Radically improved my digestion. I think the key to longevity is your kidney health. And you can talk with, I don't know who, like Chris Bledsoe or some of these other experiencers, but the monitoring system, Little Gray Brother, they are kind to you. That
they help you out, and there's plenty of stories even of indigenous and stuff encountering them that get healed and helped by them, right? And you've experienced.
When I was researching some Buddhism stuff, you find out they would guide along the Silk Road, like some of the holy pilgrims would talk about glowing orbs of light.
Right? Yeah.
They would guide them back if they got lost from the Silk Road. That was like centuries ago. So this machine's been here for a while. It telepathy, once you get into psionics, it's like I said, I don't know what all they can do. I'm not a neurologist. They gave me some interesting food for thought for hard science fiction. Like on interplanetary travel, I came at this through an educated approach with like the space elevator. If you're up on orbit in a little can, the more you breathe, the more you move, the more you breathe, and you have to learn to cycle all this stuff. So the interplanetary ships, they put you in stasis. There's a shipboard medical AI that interfaces. You get an implant. I was trying to get at this scientifically. Like, think about the SpaceX trip to Mars. Starship. I want to see the next one explode or land or whatever. But fuck yeah, Team America.
Team America.
Starship.
Starship. There we go.
But if you're on a slow boat to Mars, you just go into stasis. You slow the body down, and then you have some sort of like communal VR that you're plugged into. So like a lucid dreaming stuff, and like you start interacting with the androids. I wish Fringe was. I was allowed to interact with users on X. There's this like dreaded UFO Twitter group, but the experiencers come and go. We're Facebook decade ago, 20 teens, that one or two guys got on Facebook and talked about interactions while they were working at Los Alamos. But the little gray brother, the nicer you are with it mentally, or it's a two-way street with the telepathy. Some people, like experiencers, they're abductees, they have bad experiences, but when
They're just bad
when
people.
they're working on you, like if they're trying to do something, because they took an interest in me because I followed their fucking language. You know, don't study the crop circles, but the mystic
Definitely
symbols. Ooh, no, I mean, if I,
Sacred geometry is sacred for a reason. It's because it's the coding of the universe and how energy
right,
works.
but
It's
they
fields, right?
are, from my experiences, some of the orbs. Like if I think at them, try to visualize strongly some of the crop circle images, I get a response when there's a probe ship. Say no. This is something I learned from Stan Friedman. He said, think about it in terms of like an aircraft carrier and jets, but they're not. You have like a launch ship and probe ships. The saucers, like there is a type of UFO that's a long tube cylinder, and they can carry
The
about,
cigars, right?
yeah, the cigar,
Exactly.
but they're about like I don't know, 1 to 5 kilometers long. There's a couple good.
There's supposedly one that's on the moon, like the backside of the moon crashed. You can even see it on Google
Okay,
Moon.
well, yeah.
But also shout out to Gary McKinnon, right?
Oh yeah, I'd like to talk with him.
Yeah,
Was he
and
the
I've interviewed him a few times,
Ice
and
Cube?
we're going. No, that's Eric Hecker. Gary McKinnon's the hacker from the UK that hacked NASA.
Right.
That and his images he got from Mars, the pre-buffed out pictures that show these exact cigar-shaped craft on Mars and the moon. Right, so we'll have to connect that as well. But it's all out there, folks. It's real, and I myself, you were driving, so you were skeptical because you couldn't connect to him because it wasn't the little gray brothers.
Oh, when we were on the Navajo,
when we went through the Navajo Nation.
This guy, I'm driving, like I'm just like, I'm sorry, I have to watch the
yeah, you were keeping us alive. And
he's like, there's something doing a U-turn and following us. I was like, fuck you, we're just gonna keep.
I tried CE5 again, and 3 times this thing showed up, and it just did bright. Oh, it was fucking wild. Like I am still trying to process. Like I thumb in 3 things, and it was like or this thing 3 times. And it like showed up super bright, then it turned into like satellite colored light or like level of light, and then it fucking zipped out the other direction each time. And I was just
I didn't get to see it. I was driving, so
and yeah, right. So, but it's like, yeah, you just have to believe and experience for yourself, and things will happen. And I believe it's the same one that I did 10 years ago, that I had a huge CE5 event, and then it connected with me telepathically, and it's like, I can come down and land, but are you prepared for me to be this blue energetic archetype with the bird head on it? And I was like, no, I can't be fucking associated with Corey Good. He's like, I'm not fucking associated with Corey Good. I'm fucking Thoth, man. And yeah, so that might be what I'm connected to. I don't know. It's the first time I've ever talked about it publicly, but hey, it's okay. We both sound crazy, but we've experienced and keep experiencing and do it. And all you got to do is do it for yourself. And once you experience it, that's fucking reality. And I'll stop dropping F-bombs and let you continue.
All right. Well, so I want to finish the SpaceX Neuralink. Like, think about it in terms of Neuralink, and you're on a slow boat to Mars, and they're gonna put you in stasis. The interplanetary ships, the warp drive. This is like, I think Foundation on Apple TV is the sci-fi series that gets interplanetary travel pretty close.
I haven't seen that. I'm gonna have to check that out.
But yeah, so Neuralink, they're going to have some sort of psionic technology. The non-human NHI psionics are hands down better than anything that's going to come out.
Right? It's like they're magnitudes of generations ahead of
like
us.
Quantum matter. Like you get into both what Bandurek and Lou or Elizondo talked about the unspool fiber optics. I think the directed energy, I don't know if it's NHI. Some of this shit I was in this, like, there was this crash retrieval. Like this last year and a half has been fucking wild. And I've slowly incorporated into Albuquerque.
Albuquerque is the place to be, just not on the ghetto streets that are plagued by.
They've recently, just with this last week, they've initiated like a major, like the National Guard. They did another sweep. There's been like nearly 1,000 arrests, but
so that's why I heard all the alarms going, like the sirens going off the last couple nights, like every 20. It's been crazy. And then one night I heard shootings and shit. I was like, oh
yeah, no, the international district is right over there.
The rest of the area is like beyond freaking beautiful, nice, and all like the most smartest working on nuclear and like other secrets and industries and classified technologies and satellites, like all, like it's all right in the heart.
Yeah, we have out there. There's a rocket lab. I wonder, are they working on the neutron rocket? Like who knows?
It's all around here, and it's also in the mountains, below the mountains, right behind us.
Yeah,
right?
So the labs. I mean, there's in DUMBs, right?
Deep underground military bases. They legit here. Everyone talks about them and knowing people that are in them here. You can't meet someone living in Albuquerque that doesn't know someone in the DUMBs, right?
Yeah. So you get into Albuquerque and you go over to Mountain Air and where the Shaffer Hotel is. There's this one guy.
Shout out to Mr. Shaffer and his epic family legend. That'll be another whole episode on its own.
Yeah, it was some YouTuber came through town, and so there's the Shaffer Hotel. I should get his. He also did a thing on the Central and the International War Zone District. The karma of Albuquerque is a dirty bird or a feisty turkey, and yeah, it is not the same from when I was a little kid here in this town.
Right? It's like
cycles of, I mean, this is a Kali Yuga. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a sign of our civilization and the health that we have this like active. God, they keep hyping the fentanyl. This is something like 36,000 fentanyl pills were taken off the
bad,
streets.
Man. Like it's bad everywhere since the lockdowns, and like as someone who's recovered through it and in the last stages of like dealing with it all and settling and moving forward from it, even in like Calgary, Canada, where I am, it's like you can't go on the train lines, they're everywhere, this and that. But here it's like it's wild. Like a block down from the hotel where Teslatech was at, it's like you see 3 guys smoking fentanyl like in the corner and like 2 cops parked next to them, but the cops aren't even doing anything there because they're having to like arrest all the other zombie fucking addicts in the robbing the gas stations. And like it's wild, and it's horrible, and hopefully they're able to reverse this epidemic, right?
Who knows? I mean, it's New Mexico, it's the Rio Grande, it's always been an immigration corridor. There's always going to be people wild, but right now it's fentanyl and the opioid war. The PRC has been doing.
Reversed the opiate war that we
started it. Give me a fucking break.
Well, no, I'm saying when the British launched it on them 100 years ago. Now this generation, they're all on it.
China and India have been at war with each other for like 6 millennia.
Yeah. That's
Christianity's 2 millennia old. Fair. So the opioid war has gone on over the last 6 millennia over on the mystic East.
This guy right here, he is down with all of it, and I take my word for it. Like he is trained under actual like yogi or masters or what's the
medical, like enlightened Buddhist teachers, some
but we're going to do a full episode on his experience and the knowledge of the Book of the Dead.
Where Duncan Trussell not coming for you. We will come for you.
Like straight
Give
Jedi
me on Joe Rogan. Come on, man.
Yeah, this guy, more than me even, this man deserves to be on
Duncan,
Rogan next.
I will smack you with the book and you will. No, I won't. No violence. Wrathfully compassionate.
There we go. See?
Buy my book. I make nothing from it, but these are all mine. So
he's talking from a previous lifetime, I believe, but
something like that.
See, right? Yeah, we're talking through time here. All right, but we might be running out of time. Or how long do you have? Do you want to make it an hour? We're 35 minutes in, or do you got to wrap it up because you got to go to bed?
I got to go to bed soon.
Me too. So, yeah, we've covered pretty much. Oh, remote viewing another mascot or Jedi. This is the individual Jeremy Reese speaks of who actually remote viewed winning. It was the spot ball number on the lottery ticket.
Yeah, Banduric only asked.
He only asked for one, and you gave it to him.
Yeah, he's like, "What's the Powerball number?"
The Powerball, and you did it.
August last. Yeah, I said, "What's John Elway's jersey number?" And it was number 7.
And boom, you called it, and it was.
And still owes me $5 from that, but
fair. And then there's a ridiculous amount. This guy's science journal, like his notebooks, I've got pictures of some of them, and it's so like this right here. There's thousands of actual diagrams from full lessons from teachers like Mark McCandlish and many others that you have worked with throughout the years.
What was his 7-layered metal or something?
Metamaterial,
he said he got it out of Lockheed, and that's got to be for the saucer bodies. But there's a way of you layering the I don't know. I mean,
we have to talk to Jared Yates also about that too, in regards to the arts parts work that he's done on figuring that out, right?
Yeah, Jared's.
Happy birthday to Jared.
Happy birthday to Jared Yates. Right? You were a furry and go Thundercats. So,
all right. Sorry, got you off topic. Please continue.
Oh shit, I'm not drunk. That was just silly shit. But,
of course, we're having a great time, and we've had the best 2 weeks, and we're gonna do it over and over again.
Utah trip was fun.
Oh, it was fun of a lifetime, and it's like you've lived out here your whole lifetime, so you've driven by lots of them, you've been to some of them, and we went on.
It was a good networking environment. They had some guys that came out from Nevada. They talked about remember a couple months ago there was like a crash in a backyard. The kid's name was like Angel or Angelo, and
was it the Vegas one or
Vegas?
The Vegas one, yeah.
So this guy, what was Randy Bush or something like that? There's this Alien Dave guy, which out of Las Vegas. He's like, Alien Dave can take you.
He was supposed to come, but then he didn't show up for some reason, and he sent his friend, and that's who you talked, and you watched his presentation at Moonlight Gathering, and then you spoke for a bit, and they gave him a standing ovation, which this guy freaking deserves, because what comes out of
we covered it. Part of it was like psionics, and because it segued back into that Los Angeles crash, and that like there were 2 tall creatures.
Las Vegas,
North Vegas, and the house had been in the past had been rented out to military contractors, and that's why there's like earth moving equipment and stuff. So this family was just renting it for some reason. But the guy, he's like, the family got booted. They went through, it was like a national security oath. All of their electronics were confiscated. And
because the guy was like trying to like go viral with it and then just disappeared.
Right.
And they all disappeared. And
so the locals in Nevada or Vegas know what happened. So
they're just not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, he came out to the thing. So it was interesting. Apparently one of the tall beings jumped the fence to the next place and had a bucket and grabbed some water and then hopped back over. So I got into like fusion discussion, like if they're harvesting or grabbing water, maybe they had some sort of electrolysis system for turning water into tritium. You can
exactly what I'm working on.
If you know some nuclear chemistry and electrodynamics, then you can start to generate condensate.
And why so many of them are seen as also USOs coming out of the ocean or like taking water out. Potentially, but
field gradient and density.
I remember hearing the original Vegas story that like one of the aliens hopped the fence, but the extra detail of it grabbing water and coming back, right? That's fascinating.
The ship, they took off after a while, so I guess they had to refuel. Like if they have some sort of compact fusion reactor.
Oh, that's another detail. And actually, they did something like trying to fix it, and then it actually took off.
Yeah, it left. So
wow.
I don't know. There's this whole little micro. They're working professionals in Nevada, and I guess they do flight testing of advanced platforms that use field propulsion.
I mean, know a lot of this stuff.
FAA vehicles, the FAA approved. If it's got those blinking lights and it's doing a holding pattern over your metro area,
like
then
the
it's
New
FAA,
Jersey drones and all the different drones,
yeah.
right?
There's some newer systems,
and like what you spotted and pointed out over Teslatech downtown Albuquerque,
yeah, and
right?
it fried the
freaking fiber optics and the freaking recording key. Like
they were. So I mean, it's like
there's physical evidence of this shit. Yeah, it's
shout
wild.
out to Steve and all the Tesla.
You're right. Shout out to Steve Ellswick and exactly the entire Teslatech family, and that's what it is a family, and we've incorporated and solidified that family. Steve keeps mentioning passing me the torch, and I'm taking that torch and I am sprinting to the finish line with it. I just got off the phone again with Terrence Howard, and I was telling him about the trip and everything, and he's like, man, I wish I could have been there the whole time, and I wish I could have come on the trip. I was like, well, we're doing it again next year, and you already agreed to next year. Let's do it. He's like, I'm in. So we're gonna probably have Terrence do a 2-week trip with us next week, and he's coming back. And I've got more to come with him and you, my friend. We're lifelong brothers now. You're stuck with me, and I'm stuck with you. There's no way around it. And yeah, so we got at least 7 episodes to record until I come back here next, and hopefully it'll be 3 months and not a year. But either way, it will be at most in a year.
Maybe I should start my own.
Yeah, we're gonna start this guy's social medias and get him pumped. And you do have an X account right now. Do you want to shout that out?
Oh yeah, just at Aidan Shaffer. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with my smartphone, but
don't we all? Because it can turn us into retards, and it's not smart because it spies on all of us.
Yeah, well, the spaces on X it's been nice with the close encounters. Like there were a couple, being a contactee versus an abductee. So like Fringe, there's a couple of people that were kind of used. It was wow, I'm stuck in a logic loop.
That's okay. I experienced those too.
My things. I did a 5.5 hour space on X over Thanksgiving, and we talked about what was about to happen because it built up in the Southwest by about a week. The December 6th, like remember, go back to December last year, and they said there was going to be this like mass sighting. By December 9th, I had one of the tall ones. It teleported into the room at the Shaffer Hotel, and then it removed a ceiling fixture. And like I'm 6 foot, my wingspan, I've got another 3 foot, and so they're like 10-foot ceiling, 10-foot tall ceilings. And whatever came into the room removed it. I woke up. It was when it blissed me out. So
it's taken some trauma for you.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I think it's what made my ring disappear. But I guess the tall grays steal things. Will take gold.
They take gold. Imagine that. And he's experienced it.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, once I put
but not because you need your ring back.
Well, I hope it teleports back into. It's long gone. I should leaving New Jersey, leaving Worcester. I put myself in the hands of the phenomenon to make contact. Like what is this, CE5?
Yeah.
So they said drive out to Vegas and then go out to the Buddhist retreat center, and that's like the most lucid awake, like at this level. But that was still they put you kind of in stasis, and then they sort of let you. It's just touchy, I don't know.
It's wild, and I have not experienced this myself. This guy has firsthand the entire story. He told me in confidence, like while we were driving and stuff. It's freaking nuts the amount of actual like confirmations that you had and encounters you had it's mind blowing.
This year we had the base was inspected. They had 2 anti-grav pods or 2. This is where I need some it was 2 erect cylinders. They bubbled when they came in, but they were black, but they on the back of each of them they had a aquamarine, like a blackout light. The Osprey or some of the big C-130 that flies over Albuquerque for doing night ops, they have these aquamarine lights, like the back of the Osprey. You see these little whirling. It's kind of cool. So they assist in formation flying. So these pods each had blackout lights, but they were just like,
so they're potentially
cylinders.
American technology.
They
drone, or they were
what I got out of my,
you connected with them, so they were.
I had a premonitional dream the night before.
Okay, so yeah, that was
like my shit show from my gate experience at Lanel when I was 1985 was coming to crash. You know, it was like that's the.
Okay, so what you're saying potentially is that the Americans might be taking and using some of the alien technology in those style of lights or something like that.
Yeah, or we had like NHI advisors come into Sandia on July 4th. It was very egotistical. It was during the everybody was doing the
of course, America Day.
I was manifesting shit for Carol to, you know, let her know that yes, there is something else on this.
And Carol experienced some of these too, right? Like
the last couple months living next.
We see aliens, peeps. We see
them close to the Albuquerque, the Nuclear History Museum. Like you get within a couple clicks of, you know, the base and whatnot.
Like straight up, we see this guy sees a lot of fucking aliens. Carol sees a bunch with them, and I even had my own experience driving with you, but you were driving, you got pissed that you were witnessing.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I've heard. I did a mini maker fair, and I was selling UFO kits made out of laser cut wood, and I had Sandians come out. Couple little old ladies said that there was like on base abductions over the years, but.
That would make sense if they're like but if they're interfering or like trying to like control or monitoring the nuclear technology, right? This is the place they would be doing it, right?
Yeah.
And it has been the place. Roswell. We went to Roswell, one of the initials, right? And like it's close by.
The phenomenon follows the progress.
Exactly. So that's why they're here now.
I don't want to. There's certain lines, but the phenomenon follows the progress of our arsenal and whatnot, and that's like I think part of why my Thanksgiving X Space got canceled is we
gave away a little too much.
Yeah, it was on Thanksgiving, and we were talking about the shit that was going to start in the 6th.
Any evidence of calling it beforehand, they have to remove that. That's like the time travel aspect and evidence of it is like something that's like a galactic barrier. And so we'll finish off with one key detail of why you haven't remote viewed lottery numbers again, and it's because what did they do?
Like the waking sleep paralysis.
They zapped you by what your own description of experience. You were zapped and put into sleep paralysis after that, right?
Because figured out the numbers. If I'd been paying more attention to the discussion where God works in mysterious ways, but that evening I got into bed and it's like by waking sleep paralysis. It wasn't fun.
No, it's a punishment and warning. Like you're not allowed to do this. Don't do right. It
was like a waking near-death experience because you're just like, hey, body move, and it's like, nope. You're like,
they take control.
Then you get a couple seconds. You're like, wait, no, I really want my body to move. It's like, nope, not gonna move, and it's just you like.
It's like we can do this, and you break rules. It's gonna get worse, right?
I mean, also, I think right around that time, my kung fu teacher, right, I had this old Sifu Bob Cook. I should go into like at least Choi Li Fut and Taiwanese oral history or something.
That's a whole other episode, right? There's so
the legend continues. So the sleep paralysis thing, there was a couple things that may have happened, but it wasn't fun.
It did happen, and you're not the only one to experience these things when we break the specific spiritual and galactic
How
boundaries
the
and
fuck
rules.
if I know? Because it was
Yeah,
like
you
God
did.
works in mysterious ways, and where it was this funny discussion at the ashram in Taos about NFL people and their jersey numbers, and it went on, and the only one I fucking remembered was Joe. So I could have given Ben Durek like all of the power
balls, right? But thank God you didn't, because they
yeah,
would
how
have really
much would
pissed
this
said, right?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you get a heart attack too, and then we wake you back up. I've experienced the resurrection of directed energy technologies. I think they're much more advanced. Some of the stuff.
Well, for the off-world ones, right? But then there's also
Yeah.
on-world, and it's like we think we're advanced. We are advanced in some ways, but there's others out there that are much more.
I hope there's some interesting. Back to like the swirling. Where's my swirling mumbo jumbo?
It's not mumbo jumbo. That is beautiful. That makes sense to me.
Anyway, I was sleeping in this, or spent the spring in this house that's basically like people call it a UFO house, but it's a circular house. It's built on the round. This old blacksmith out in Mountain Air built it. It's made out of like styrofoam and then coated in aerospace materials.
Oh, snap. So it's pretty similar to the one that Pollard's been on, the famous one out that's in wood.
Maybe.
The Tegratron or whatever.
Yeah, the Integratron.
Yes.
Unintentionally, yeah, but it's a round house, so it's helping this old man. He it has or had a solar electric system. We were working on getting it reinstalled when I moved back in. I got pulled back into Sandia due to drama or some of the stuff.
Or destiny.
Yeah, I had to go back to work for some reason.
Hey. You keep working your way up at Sandia so we can get my tritium.
I think it's the commercial spaceport, tritium.
Yeah,
fusion,
exactly.
Portable fusion reactors.
Exactly what I need.
Ashton Forbes.
You need me. They need me.
Where's the UFO Shane? We get Ashton Forbes on here for a bit.
Ashton, we should do an episode finally already. I've been trying to do one explaining all of this shit to you forever, but now here's even better reason. Like, we're so much more advanced than people realize, and it's because maybe we're black sheep characters, but it's just the way you gotta be. You gotta be borderline crazy to deal with this crazy ass shit. Like, it's fucking wild, but hey, that's what it is. And you don't have to take our words for it. Do the experiments or do the experiences yourself.
All right. Well,
all right. On that note, he needs to get to bed. So do I. It's midnight. Thank you all. And we did make it pretty much to an hour. So if you love this hour, go follow. And if you want to talk to Aidan himself,
at Aidan Shaffer on Twitter, AIDANSHAFFER.
And I am putting that in the live chat for everyone. And on that note, we love you all. There's gonna be a series of my brother Aidan to come, and I'll be back here. Much love, everyone.
Aloha.
You crazy mother. Yeah.
It's just BurnEye.
BurnEye just like last week, huh?